afternoon to whoever's left. There's some things you guys need to know. I wasn't always this way. I used to be a very happy kid. A normal human being, actually. Used to make people laugh, make them smile, cheer them up, all that good stuff. Truth of the matter is, what happened to me happened to me. It crushed me. Crippled me, if you may. But you guys need to know some things. One, I thought last summer when I took that time off and came back, I thought I was okay. Wasn't the case. In my short return back to cuffs, I was banned 2 months later. That was my own damn fault. And how that went about was there were some complaints to Onyx about the direction the RP was headed. And all Onyx wanted from me was a forum between him, myself, Sherry, admins, and moderators, just to talk about the RP and what needs to be adjusted and changed. I took it as a personal attack. And me being the drunk that I was, got so doped up on alcohol that I went on a drunken tirade on Sherry's Discord. On accident, of course. I honestly was trying to post it in my own, but I was out of it. She called me out on it. I'm the reason she got banned, too. But when I made that stupid comment, I'll admit I had a drinking problem. A major one at that. I don't deny that. Everybody from that community, whether it was Ace, Rye, Sherry, Onyx, didn't matter. They're all responsible for this channel, just as much as I am. I scare the shit out of my mother each and every day that I wasn't where I needed to be. This morning I saw 2 different psychologists and 2 different psychiatrists. Told them each and everything that's been on my mind. Got my chemical balanced. 4 medications I have to take just to maintain sanity. And honest to God truth, I stopped taking my meds a year ago, thinking that I can handle what happened to me on my own. Nope. Didn't happen. My stubbornness and my arrogance is what got me in the hole that I'm in right now. I dug myself the hole and buried myself in it. No one else is to blame for my shit. Any shit that's happened recently, anyway. Onyx didn't deserve the shit that I said to him. All he wanted was a forum. And I've apologized for that, but I'll apologize again. I let what happened to me get in the way of a lot of things. I became what I hate. That's just an arrogant son of a bitch. And with everything that just didn't go right, it was just another thing that got in my way. All the pain, all the anguish is what drove me into the ground. Cost a lot of relationships, cost a lot of friendships. But now going into the explanation as to how all of that came about. As I said, I was arrogant. Too stubborn to see that there was a lot going on with me than I thought there was. Blinded by just every bit of awfulness there was. At one point I thought I was helping a friend by basically just getting away. That's then I realized, with talking with the doctors this morning, they really assured me that that was just not the way to handle it. Friends are there to console. They're not there to judge. If they're there to judge, they're not a friend. But walking away or shutting yourself out from them is just going to cause a domino effect. The doctors reamed me out a lot more than my friends have. I deserved every bit of it. It's the stubbornness in me. But I totally understood what they were telling me, and I took that to heart. First time in my life I sat in a shrink's office and cried. And for once I wasn't upset about it. I sat there and cried because of just, it felt okay. Now, when it comes to explaining the stuff that happened on server number 2, that stuff wasn't driven by anything personal at that aspect. That was just something totally different. That's not even attached to that. So I won't even get into that part, so there's nothing really to explain there. Um, all I could really say is that everything that's occurred in every aspect, aside from things that were out of my control before the month of August, anything that's happened to make you guys be concerned about Sherry is my own damn fault. She knows more of the story than anybody else and has dealt with it the longest. The biggest thing of me is the fact that I wasn't letting go of shit. That just poisoned me further. I'm not going to deny, nor am I going to defend that. I was hiding like a goddamn coward. And I was put bluntly by my doctors. One of them called me a bloody coward, given the fact his British background. And that being a cowardice is not something you want to transfigure yourself into. You don't want to become what you hate. And as the saying goes, it's hard not to hate. But that's the thing I can't do is hate. Last night when I felt I was doing the right thing, I was totally wrong. That was made very clear this morning. Just getting home, 5.5 hours of sharing and caring, documenting everything. And it's a lot easier for me to admit now than it was before. Maybe it's because now I'm actually medicated and able to think about things instead of just shotgunning off. They have me on alprazolam, mirtazapine, which is what I was on, 2 of the medications I was on before. I think they're going to try a second shot at Zoloft again. Wonderful. There was a 4th one. I think it's called... I forget what it's called. My dad was taking it for a while. But with the combination of those 4, it should have my balance somewhat centered. I was a mess for a better part of a year, guys. I'm ashamed of my damn self. I couldn't wake up in the morning and look in the mirror and enjoy the reflection. I couldn't wake up in the morning and just get on the PC and just enjoy a freaking game. Instead, I was a goddamn zombie. And you guys don't deserve to see me that way. Nobody did. I kept running away from my issues like a goddamn coward. Instead of letting people in, I shut them out, and that's a no-no. For the first time in my life, I sat in a room with 5 or 6 individuals who had the same issues as me. It's what they call group. And I sat there listening to these people, and I think some of these people have it way worse than I do. Some were rape victims, some of them were domestic violence, some of them similar to mine. Just relationship didn't work out, and it cracked them. When it came to my turn, I was the one that cried the most. But in a sense, I felt like the world was lifted off the shoulders. Like a huge rock was taken off of it. If it wasn't for people pushing me to go and do this, it never would have happened. Last night went from me basically just trying to, what I felt at the time was the right thing to do, turn into a huge, huge train wreck. But that fell on me because deep down inside, there was that little bit of what was left of me, the actual me that was down there saying, "You're a dumbass, don't do it," and let it behold. I found it inside to bury that part of me that was just, everybody hated it. I know you guys all hated it. That was the most poisonous, most venomous, most unrelenting, god-awful, cancerous, tumorish looking piece of a being, and I can see why. The way I would reiterate how I was to you guys, or to Onyx, or to Sherry, or whoever it may have been, and I reiterate this person to my doctors, and they're looking at me like, it was a combination from what they called of regressing, hoarding emotion, harboring emotion, bottling, not to mention the alcohol being mixed in within the mix as well. But all of that put together creates a pretty toxic cancer that is what they call a narcissist. I didn't deny, nor did I even defend myself in that aspect, because they were 110% correct. Everybody that's ever been behind me, I drag them to the frickin' ground with me. The thing was, my RP wasn't anywhere near as bad. That was all just strictly just story. But outside of it, the monstrosity that became me. I have a list here. Proof that it's a list. You can hear the paper. of people I owe apologies to. And not just a normal apologies, but ones that are deep, sincere, and above all, deserved. The first one in itself starts with my mom, which I'm not going to get into, but I will because I share everything with you guys. Is that I'm mostly apologetic for the fact that I've scared the shit out of her for the past 10 months with how I've been. No smiles, no laughs, giving her so much shit, brushing her off. Pushing her out. I love you, Mom. I know you're watching too. Second one goes to Sky. He may have started supporting me a way bit later. But when shit was going down the way it was, he was always the first one to kind of like hit the DM marker after a stream was done to make sure that I had my head together and everything else. He was a platinum donator to the channel. And when I got at my worst and basically was on and off with the streaming and basically took these long interval breaks, it changed who he was as well. It upset him. It upset a lot of people. And I'm sorry, man. I love you, brother. And I thank you for everything you've done. Next one on that list would be Onyx. About a year ago, Murky, as you guys know him as the character, but his real name is Mark. Known him for about 12 years. Was playing a lot of GTA Online. I was just getting tired of getting my ass blown up all the time. Came to me and said something about something called 5M, which I had no idea what that was until he told me and told me about cuffs. And Mark went to bat for me with Onyx. To let me in. And Onyx took that. He took that chance because I know how legit he wanted that server to be, so I came in. And I wasn't even that deep into streaming channel being at 15 subs, and then finally when it hit 55 out of nowhere with the help of wonderful people, Onyx did bend the rules a little bit and gave me streaming privileges. He trusted me. I made good on that trust for a while until the RP just got out of control with the lust and everything. And when it came down, all he wanted from me in return from all of that was just to sit down, have a simple conversation on how we could fix it, clean it up a bit, make it less what it is. And I chose to pick up a bottle and just angrily slam down alcohol. Not only did I say something offensive about people who are mentally incapable, and I have enough friends who are. I should have knew better at the time, but not only did I say something offensive under the influence of alcohol, but I said it in someone else's Discord rather than my own. And even as much as I want to kick myself in the goddamn head for it, I can't correct it. And the thing was, I was so out of it, most of the time I clicked back and forth between Discords, and I thought it was in my own, and it wasn't. And when I realized it wasn't, that's when Sherry caught it, and moments later, the band hammer came down. On behalf of myself, and just myself, the next person on that list would be Rye. Rye supported me from the moment I started streaming, from cuffs to begin with. Barely knew me and supported. Gave me all the advice in the world. Checked up on me daily, make sure everything was alright. And he was one of the bigger people that I should have really took as a mentor aspect to keeping my head on my freaking shoulders, but instead kept becoming nearly headless Nick and just kept falling off the shoulder. Telling me how talented I am and what I have a good thing going and I should just really keep the flow going. Don't quit. Don't quit. Don't quit. Me being that person that I was, quitting was just always an option. And that's the thing about me. I was always a person who never would give up on anything. Goes to show when I leave things untreated, like I did with this thing in my head for about 7 years, that's what happens. I left this thing in my head untreated for 7 years, cost me my relationship. Left that relationship heartbreak untreated, turned into this huge cancerous ball. I love you, brother Ray. I always will. Thank you for everything. Next on that list would be Ace. Now, as much as I didn't interact with him all that much, he saw something in me on that night on Christmas Eve nonetheless. Wasn't for him, I wouldn't have gotten to the 170 mark. As laid back as he is, I know people's buttons are pushed differently each and every time. I'm not delusional. And for Ace being as chill as he's been, I love him for that, and I appreciate that, brother. Next on that list was Corey. Early wine. As you guys know, is C Wine Gaming. Corey was also one of just right next to Rye with the big supporter train too. Corey checked up on me every day throughout the summer. made sure that my head was on my shoulders and that I was okay. Because he understood what it was like. He was begging me to come back. I just wasn't ready to. Rebel did the same thing. And I'll get to that in a minute. But Corey, just like Ryan's got a big heart and just wanted to help me understand that I belong where I belong and that to keep doing what I'm doing, that I'm doing a good job. It's just another great person that I didn't listen to. Which the next person on that list kind of weaves into is Rebel. I've always been misunderstood with how he communicates, and I never asked him as to why that was a thing. His way of communicating was different from mine. I always got into random stupid arguments with him over petty little things, and I'm sorry, man. Because just like Corey, you checked up on me all summer too. Invited me to come help test out your server, and I took a lot of things the wrong way and in the wrong format, and I did exactly what I did in cuffs to you guys. And I'm sorry, man. I love you just as much as everybody else. The next one is going to be a lot harder. That's Tanner. Tanner, I didn't really get to know until my midpoint through cuffs, and he's a funny dude. Big heart. He gave me a number to one of his friends that was dealing with something very similar to what I was dealing with and went out of his way to do that. And I kept on just shutting him out with everything. Just like everybody else. He didn't deserve that. Nobody did. It's like the little brother I never had kind of thing. I'll always love him for that. Wherever he is now. I hope he's alright. I hope he's doing well. Still love him all the same. Next person on that list is Black Horns. Or as you guys know him as Dr. Horns. During my time at BSRP, there was a bit of character conflict. Didn't like how I carried myself. I can understand that. I really can. My character is an asshole. Always has been from the start. That was the monologue behind it. It's just the backstory. It's nothing personal. He didn't get that until we discussed it. Until he caught me one night. You know, I said some pretty fucked up things to Rebel and Tanner about them not knowing how to dev. If they can't figure shit out, they shouldn't be devs. I was 110% wrong. They were learning just like I was. Again, I'm not delusional, and I'm not a saint. I'm not claiming to be one. They're two of the most greatest people I've ever known. Now, I'll admit there was conflict with me and Rebel between, interfering in an RP that, you know, I had been working on for months, and he interfered in it, and that kind of like it drew a little bit of anger out of me to where I basically just used that as my excuse to constantly just back out of the whole scenario. Rather than just talk to him about it. Again, I was being a coward and didn't bother. Horns got caught in the middle of it when he caught me saying it, and he recorded he recorded me saying it. And I'm glad that he did. He did the right thing. He didn't do nothing wrong in that aspect. He was doing right by a friend. That's loyalty. But also, I want you guys to have a lot of prayers for him, too. He's going through a lot of shit. I pray he finds that inner peace and he gets better. He's a good guy. Next on that list is Dom. Or as you guys know as Stoner Dom. During the first half of when the breakup started for me, Dom purposely got his character locked up so I wouldn't have to spend my RP days in the prison by myself. As he stated to me yesterday afternoon. That's a real friend and a brother right there. And even though he was in and out of the hospital that summer, he kept in touch as much as he could to make sure that I was alright. Even afterwards when I came back, you know, he remembered everything and stayed on point with it. And I was telling him yesterday, like, my default in life has always been to shut people out, and I've handled that wrong for a very, very long time. And as, you know, I've admitted before, I do have an indecisive factor in life. I don't make decisions very good now as the way I used to, and I'm working at that. It's another sort of therapy that's a royal pain in the butt. But it's one thing that he said that made perfect sense is that how I've treated my friends, shutting them out, is treating them like shit. And he is absolutely right. Shutting people out is the worst thing you can do. It fractures things. I pray that he gets better himself with what he's dealing with. My prayers are with you. I love him all the same. That won't change. Next one is Panda. Bad Red Panda. I still stick by what I said before. Never had a personal issue with him, but I was hard on him as a roleplay affiliate. A lot of you, pretty much every one of you, were there for the lost episodes when he was prospecting. I was real harsh on him. Pushed him into a mental state that nobody should have to go to, and that's what led to my demise on that server. But I'm glad to see that his RP's improved and that he's gotten better and he's having fun with everybody. As a matter of fact, I'm actually going to group this one into three. This one goes, with Panda, Meg, and Toru. The biggest part of that apology, aside from that, is just the lack of patience that I had for the RP skill set. And the lack of patience I had for the constant same repetitive calls and stuff for the EMS stuff, and I made sly comments, and that was wrong. But the biggest thing I'm wrong for is that comment that I made in Sherry's Discord about mentally disabled people and how Cuss was just turning into a breeding ground for it. Take full responsibility for those actions when it came to picking up that bottle, drinking it, which led off to the shotgun of the mouth. I love all three of those guys. Would do anything for them to help them to this day. I was wrong for the thing that I said. That falls on me. And only me. Alright, next. This is kind of a median list, guys, but this will take me a little bit. If I can find the darn paper. Oh, here it is. Next on the list. Bradders. That kid. Some of you, probably all of you, already know how bright and how intelligent that young man is. He took me in and put me in a position in his server where he felt I belonged. But last night, my departure was more of me not feeling I don't deserve that because of how I was. It wasn't a matter of me trying to run away from an issue. I honestly did feel that I just didn't deserve that. For this specific reason. The way I've treated people. And maybe if I would have just explained that clearly, last night wouldn't have been as big of an issue. That's how I truly felt. It was not a matter of me hiding from anything. That kid deserves the world for how hard he works between school and that server. It's going to be something. So I've donated a whole good amount to him because he deserves that. I want him to have those resources and those scripts to do what he needs to do. That kid's going places. And as we're coming up to the end of the list, it's getting harder. That's why I'm a little caught in the between all that. There was just a whole lot of. I need a minute. Need to compose myself. Okay. But all that kid really wanted to do was help. Never wanted me to go. In my mind, I felt it was best. You know, he's younger. Just because you're younger doesn't mean you're more resilient to things. Everybody has feelings and emotions and a threshold. I just thought I was pressing it. I was wrong. I didn't bother to ask him if I was. I just made an assumption. But I wish him well. Still love him all the same. Last one on the list is the most important. Because if it wasn't for this person, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't have been able to keep my head up as much as I did. been the closest friend that I've had in 5 years. But the last one goes to Sherry because she's earned that. Everything that she's dealt with my fucked up head and everything else in between. My mood swings. She took a band hammer from me, which shouldn't have had to happen. And if I could, take all that back. If I could, I'd have Onyx reinstate her, being it wasn't her fault. At all. I could have gave two shits if I got reinstated, but her, she was there for 3 years. Yeah, she was undone from her own issues, but that shit was small shit. She was working through that shit. Every morning and every night. She was there to make sure I was alright, that I was alive, that I was well, that I was this, that I was that. Like any other good friend would do. And there is an individual that has said that she's a horrible person, and that person could kick rocks. Because she's far from a horrible person. She was also the biggest person out on that fence that was always telling me that pushing people out doesn't solve anything. She wasn't wrong. Like I said, doctors said the exact same thing, except they were very, very passive aggressive about it, and I earned that. That's totally fine. Because they're right. And I'm working with them to get through all that. Tons more group therapy to go. But it gets worked. You guys have to understand something. You guys didn't have to take off. And kind of leave her on the side of the road because of me. Never wanted that. If I would have known from the start, if I would have been able to been smart enough to figure out that I was the reason why a lot of you guys basically bailed on her, I would have bailed a long time ago. Because I don't wish that kind of misery on anybody. Not even my worst enemy. I'm a shithead. I know that. I've been told by my brother a million times. There's going to be some major changes. Me being medicated now and being able to actually function on a day-to-day basis and focus on one thing at a time, I'm not paradoxed everywhere. Paradoxed meaning I'm not jumbled everywhere. I love each and every one of you, like my own brothers and sisters. This is the start of the culmination, or a rebirth as I call it. Not a rebirth of my channel, because that channel's rebirthed 3 times. I could resurrect it, but I can't rebirth it. But the rebirth of me, as a person, as a host, as an entertainer, as a writer. That shadowy figure that you guys all knew and hated is dead and gone. Joshua, Josh, Joshy, whatever you guys want to call me, is right here sitting in this chair. And for once, I actually have a smile on my face because I want to smile, not because I feel I need to. For the first time in a year, I cleaned my room. I dusted off my entertainment center. I had fun doing that. I dusted my Funko Pops. I had fun doing that. I was looking at games on Steam, looking at what to freaking buy. I had fun doing that. I went for a walk this morning and didn't even shed a freaking tear. Instead, I enjoyed it and enjoyed the air, looked up at the sky, and I smirked at it. "2020 Josh is dead." 2021 Josh lives. The darkness is faded. The gauntlet is tossed. My hands no longer shake. I have color to my face. I'm happy to be here. But more importantly, I forgot what I was gonna. I just lost my train of thought for 10 seconds. Okay. Yeah. Revelation Studios gaming isn't over. It hasn't even started. And while that piece of shit's basically got a cinder block tied to his ankle, weighing under a nice big boatload of water, I'm standing right above it and looking down at it. I love my friends. I love who I am. I love what I do. I hate what that person did. And that'll never happen again. I put that on my son's eyes. That won't happen again. The Josh that everybody loved before is back. No more fading away and classifying myself as obsolete. That's done. No more. Nothing more but fun and frolic. Nothing more than entertainment and laughs. There will be some sadness if bad things happen. Tragedies happen sometimes. But let's not hope for that. Let's live for today. Took my vitamins today. I feel awesome. I can actually feel blood pulsating in my veins, which usually means that my body's active. My brain is pumping. My brain is thinking. Ideas are flowing everywhere. No more poison, no more toxicity. Caca, as we call it in the Hispanic culture. A new day has dawned. I'm not going anywhere. And I say that with the biggest grin on my face. I stepped up today. I bled my sins to everybody who deserved to hear it. My sins will be rectified by the actions that I take next. They will be enforced, they will be tried, they will be executed, and they will be no more. I'm going to start kicking YouTube ass. That's what I'm going to start doing. My kid's out there arguing with his grandmother. Be nice to Grammy. Be nice to Nana. No more kicking myself in the head. It's time to get my ass back into gear and back to work and back to doing what I do best. This. Sitting in front of these two monitors. Well, I'm standing at the moment. Sitting, well, monitors are behind me. I'm facing the other direction. These two monitors, that keyboard, that mouse, this headset, that controller. I don't need prayers to stay on a path. I condemned myself the second I let that chemical imbalance happen. Not going to happen again. Medication is there for a reason. It's there to help people, not harm them. I saw it as a toxic chemical. It's a rectifying chemical. Ouch, I just hurt myself with something. Ah, shit's falling down. I now have a voice. It's not low-toned. It's not monotoned. It's a voice. It speaks. It does talkative things. Whatever a mouth is supposed to do. Quote unquote. Supposed to do. All that good stuff. There's humor there somewhere. But I will be setting my Discord up to make it look like the biggest freaking gaming arcade you've ever seen. So, look forward to that because there's going to be so much interactive stuff you guys can mess with that and all that good stuff. This weekend's going to be full of some pretty fun stuff. I got my kid here, so it's probably going to be some Fall Guys stuff and some Jurassic World stuff and whatever else I can get my hands on. I'm in a real gamey kind of. I'm breaking shit. Yeah, I'm breaking shit everywhere. Oh, I think I broke that, whatever that was. Ow! And I'm breaking my foot. I can't walk in this tiny ass studio no more. Anyway, guys, I've basically bled all that I could bleed. I think I pretty much scarred that wound. I'm gonna hop my happy ass into my Discord, which the link should still be. Oh, I didn't put a description out because I am stupid. Hold on a minute. For some reason, my description deceived me. I forgot what the control keys do. Wee boop 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 boop. Control V. All that good stuff there. Should have put the description in there. Yes, my poor foot. Then again, this foot's been through more hell than you can ever know. Back to the photo. Boink. Anywho. I love all you guys. The revelation lives. The Reaper doesn't sleep very long. That's why he's the Reaper. He doesn't have eyeballs to close, so he can't really sleep. He has eye sockets, but not eyeballs. Or eyelids. So, that's the best thing about Reapers. They don't sleep. Ah, my foot again! Jesus. Okay, there's kid toys everywhere. I'm gonna die in here. I'm gonna die. Oh, God, death. There's death there! But yes. My Instagram page is still up. I'm actually going to probably do a guitar stream through Instagram. I'm actually feeling some music coming through my veins today. So I'm going to do that this afternoon. And, well, actually, as soon as we're done here, I'm going to go grab my mom's medication from Walgreens for her. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to pick up that guitar that's been collecting dust for the longest time. And I'm going to do something with it. So if you guys haven't already checked out the Instagram link down below, go ahead and click on it. You get the link for my Instagram page for the channel. I have I'll also link my personal Instagram in there. Oh, goddamn. Jesus. Oi. Oi. God, that stunk. The hell? I don't remember eating that. Alright. Personal Instagram. Let's go link that. Down at the bottom here in this description page. Shit. Fuck. There we go. I can't weed. I'm multitasking at the moment. There's Revolution Studios Gaming Instagram. What was the name of the other one? Stay underscore prestige, which you guys could see me typing, obviously, because I have the gosh darn thing there. There you go. All saved and good. I think I'm going to burp again. And, oh, chair! I fell out of the chair. Oops. Shit. I have such a narrow ass. Okay. It's better than having a narrow urethra, I suppose. Hank Hill. Alright. I'm gonna pop out of here real quick, head over to Walgreens, grab my mom's meds, and you guys will see me on Instagram fairly soon. I've already seen likes being dropped on this, which I did not expect. Much appreciated. Drop a like on that if you guys haven't already. Hit that subscribe button for more content such as vlogs, podcasts, gaming stuff. As a matter of fact, leave a comment on the video if you want about any game you wish to watch stream. I might do Hitman this weekend because I have the monies and I'm going to get it. I'm also going to pick up The Forest as well because I've been watching peeps playing that shit. And yeah, I'm also going to pick up maybe Mafia Trilogy can start streaming that as well. But leave a comment down below if there's a certain game you guys want to see me stream. I will make sure that I pick it up and get it. Dead by Daylight? Yes. Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight will be another one. Yes, The Land of Living. Let's see, checking pulse. Yep, living! Yes. I'm also going to be picking up a Nintendo Switch at some point. And I'm hopefully going to be able to stream through YouTube. I'm going to be doing some Pokemon stuff. So, I'm speech impediment. So just stay tuned for all that good stuff. I'm going to start scheduling streams ahead of time now. Yes, I would love to play Dead by Daylight with them. And American Truck Simulator B Gaming, that is actually on my regimen for this weekend as well. I could do an ATS, I could do a convoy, I could do a threesome, I could do a gangbang. I'm just kidding. I ain't going to do those last two, but I'll do the convoy. Oh my god, these medications make me hyper. Yes. But very much so. Get used to seeing this guy around, because that's all you're going to see. You're not going to see that guy no more. So, you be getting a PC, huh? Oh yes, very much so. You'll be getting a PC. Yeah, B Gaming, feel free to join, my man. I'm also going to be picking up a couple other simulator games. I think I'm going to do Train Simulator. Maybe there was another one. I think it was House Flipper, some crap like that. God damn. I don't know what the hell I was eating yesterday. It tastes like Play-Doh. Anyhow, guys, I'm going to dip on out of here just for a few minutes. Go grab my mom some medicine. Maybe grab myself some Panda Express to kind of adhese the stomach acid here. And, yeah. I'm going to do that. Here's the thing with me, and I am reading DMs through Discord as I'm talking. This version of me has no vendettas, has no anger, has no transparency, which means if you apologize to me, all is good. Let's move on from there. I don't hold grudges with people. I love everybody. That's how everybody knows me as. Oops, I don't know what that was, but that fell down. In my mix of cleaning, I knock stuff over. What the actual fuck? Anywho. I'm not going anywhere just yet. I'm actually going to take off for a few minutes, and yeah. I'm probably going to hop in a VC in my Discord if y'all want to chit-chat, see how I'm doing, see how everything went this morning. I'll have a VC open. I'll have my headphones in while I go down to the pharmacy real quick. So, you guys take it easy. Enjoy your Friday afternoon. My dumbass, well, not dumbass, yeah, my dumbass got to go to work at about 5 p.m. But hopefully it'll be a simple night. I'm going to work my ass off, get home, probably do a late night stream, and maybe get all kinds of high on junk food while maybe watching a movie or doing some crazy stream tonight. I have no clue. Anywho. Salutations to you all. I fare you a fair adieu. A gracias. And I will most definitely see you guys very, very soon. Again, my VC will be open. I think it'll be the general one. If y'all want to come in, say hi, come chill, whatever, I'm all well and good. Oh shit, I'm tripping over this chair. Okay, I'm going to sit down before I wind up breaking my neck. Again. Ugh, cushy chair. I don't even fit in my pants no more. Alright guys, I will see you guys very shortly. You guys have a good one. Revelate, revelate, revelate. Keep it all good. Another thing. Last thing, I promise. I know I keep adding things onto other things. That's how I function. About last night. RP, no dead. As a matter of fact, I got 25 different ideas for that. 25! And normally I only have 3. I have 25. I know. I counted them. And I keep clicking out this damn picture. But yes, 25. You know, 2, 5, 25. Yeah. All that good shit. 25. Yeah. 25 ideas. Best concept I've come up with. Because you know why? I used the freaking notebook. So Josh didn't get his head freaking blown off and have an aneurysm and die. What's going to happen now? Well, that's for y'all to find out. That's for me to know and for y'all to find out. So look forward to that exciting shit once I get my freaking head screwed on the way it needs to be. Ouch. That one actually hurt my jawline for some reason. Then again, I got a big mouth. But yes. If Joshy lives, the sons live. It's all well and good. So look forward to a weekend of some pretty fun stuff, guys. Because there's going to be a lot of exciting stuff coming. I spent the entire morning after the doctor's appointment sitting in this notebook scribbling things in there and all that good stuff. But I will see you guys very shortly. I'm going to head out right now. And yeah, I'll be in VC if you guys need me. Take care, guys. Love you all. This may sound gay, but mwah. Hugs all around.